Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, proudly presents to you another fantastic episode of 15 Minutes of Fandom. That's right, that's where we take the spotlight and put it on a wrestling fan that we feel stands out from the rest. So, with that being said, in one corner we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He is the travel dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, especially today, Taco Tuesday, he asks for a cheap burrito because he loves a combination of chicken and beef. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Life is good, taking it breezy, just fresh off of a trip from the Big Easy, the worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us tonight. No, you see, we have a fellow wrestling fan who actually just relocated from the mile high city, Denver. Well, maybe not Denver, but she definitely just relocated from Colorado. Man, I love that Sam's Cafe down there in Denver. And now she's over in North Carolina. I love it there too as well. Raleigh has one of my favorite barbecue restaurants. Everybody, welcome to the show, Takicia Bey.
Hey guys,
Woo!
how y'all doing?
Great, great, great. We're just here right now, just vibing, relaxing. I'm still trying to get over my trip from New Orleans. I just did 2 weeks ago. Man, that was a vibe. Rob is over there, I guess, chilling. But yeah, how are things in how's the move and everything? You told us you moved to North Carolina from
Yeah,
Colorado.
just
How's that going for you?
I mean it's going. Still got a lot of stuff to get in order. Just got here like what 2 weeks ago, and then I had to fly out to San Antonio, on Friday. So,
Okay.
I had to come back to reality and get stuff in order. Like I said, yeah.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was actually stationed in Jacksonville for my last duty station with the Navy. I was down there in North Carolina. It's a bit of a small town, but
Mhm.
it's pretty chill. It's not too country, not too suburban, not too urban. It's pretty just like right there in the middle, and
Yeah.
it's pretty chill. What part of North Carolina you're in?
I'm in Greensboro.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's not too far then. That's not too far.
Yeah.
I
Definitely a change from New York City. I was born and raised in New York, so
I had a feeling you were from here because I was like, you knew a guy, you knew Rembrandt, and I'm like, wait, hold up,
yeah.
is she from up here? Because
Shouts to
I'm
him. Shouts to Rembrandt. Yeah.
yeah, I took the train with him one time after a Battle Club Pro show, and I was like, hold up, is she from over here? Let me find
Yeah.
out. Let me find out.
We went to the same high school actually, and he we he actually had like an extra ticket, and he took me to a show. It was a Raw show, so it was lit. He will forever be my guy,
Oh,
forever.
that's cool. Yeah, I. It's funny how the world is small because I met him at a show called Women Crush Wednesday 2 last March. And somehow I was talking to like one of his regular tag team partners. I don't know if you know her by the name of um, uh, Cosmic.
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
So she was like, "Yeah, that's my tag team partner, Rembrandt." And I'm like, "Okay." And we ended up catching the same train together at one time. And then it would fast forward 3 months later, last June, the Black Wrestle Fest. We actually sponsored him and Cosmic, and they won.
Of
Ringside said,
course.
we always sponsor winners. Just kidding, y'all. But yeah, we actually sponsored them, and they were victorious at that event and so on. So yeah, it's a small world, man. That's cool.
It is indeed.
So what made you leave the great city of New York, man? I mean, the pizza's fire over here. I mean, you got
Man,
The Chinese. That Chinese food be busting, man. That Chinese
it
food be
do.
busting,
It do.
and
Well,
you got the wrestling scene and everything. Like, if you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot now.
military, just relocated. That's it.
Oh, are
I
you in
was
the
in the
military?
military. I'm married to someone that was in the military. He just got out, so
Okay, okay, okay.
hmm
Well, we thank him for his service. From one vet,
Appreciate it.
but tell him, from one vet to another. I thank him for his service, and
Appreciate it so much.
I also thank him for and I know it wasn't easy and whatnot. It's not easy mentally and so on, especially when
It
you
definitely
got
wasn't.
place to place. Um, I've seen people in the Navy actually like cry because they're in a different place. Granted, they're in the same state, but it's just that they just miss home so much that sometimes they break down and so on. So um, I thank him for that. And I also thank you for being supportive with that too as well too, because I'm sure it's not easy for spouses as well too. You
No,
know,
it wasn't. It was pretty rough. I'll tell you that much.
yeah. So
Especially going to like moving from New York to Colorado. I was pregnant and I had a baby, no family, no friends. It was rough. So, I,
congratulations.
I thugged it out though. I'll tell you that much.
Awesome. Congrats. By the way, young lady, if your child becomes a pro wrestler and if we're still doing this, hopefully we still look the way Rob and I still look somewhat the way we are. We're calling dibs on that first interview. If your child becomes a wrestler, we're
I
gonna
don't want
definitely
to
have
be a
that.
wrestler. I would love to be a ref though. I'm too shy. I'm not good with public speaking. I told you I don't do like cameras make me shy, but I definitely would enjoy being a ref or
Yeah.
doing like behind the scenes things like taking down the ring, stuff like that.
Hey, that all that makes the wheel of professional wrestling go around.
Hmm.
That's all. All of that's part of pro wrestling. Referees. I mean, if it wasn't for the referees, you know, we would be watching. Yeah, we like some of us like battle royals. Some of us like tag team matches. But eventually, it's gonna get boring. It has to stop at some point. So those are the ones that make the call as to like how it goes down, if it's a pinfall, if it's a no contest or a disqualification. So yeah, referees are important too. And best
Yeah,
believe, we hope you make that leap. And when you do, we'll definitely have you on the show. You see
for
this guy
sure.
right next to me, you know, Rob Bass, my brother from another mother. He's actually a referee too as well in Delaware.
Ooh,
We
that's
were
what's
like,
up.
he'll
Do
tell
you
you more
enjoy?
about it. I'm not gonna put all his business out on the street, but he when I heard, so you a referee now? Okay, well, guess what's gonna happen? You gonna make that interview happen here first before any place else does. And lo and behold, we made it.
As you should. We
Yeah.
here.
So tell us, how did you become a fan of professional wrestling? Like how did it all begin for you?
Uh, so I think I was about. I can trace back my memory to about four. I was four. I guess I was just in the living room. My uncle was scrolling through the TV and happened to stop on like I guess wrestling was on, and I was like into it. And then he changed the channel. I was like, no, turn back. And then I don't know. I fell in love with it since then. I had to stop watching I'd say around 2010-ish I stopped because of school, high school. Then I went to college, did college. I was on the dance team. I worked internship, so I didn't really have the time to watch. But then I started getting back into it after I started dating like this guy. But then I haven't, I just kept watching and haven't stopped since. So
Okay,
that's
awesome.
a little
Well,
story.
glad you're still a fan. Glad you still enjoy the shows and whatnot. And Um, I see that you're also not just a WWE fan, but you like AEW, you like Impact, you like New Japan, all that stuff. So that's good too as well. I always, the heel side of me often the heel side of me, the bad guy side of me often tells people when they say, "Oh, I'm a wrestling fan. I watch WWE." I'm like, "Okay, well, you're a WWE fan. You're not a wrestling fan. I mean,
Yeah.
that's that's all you watch. I mean, you know, then you're a fan of that promotion. But a real wrestling fan, they watch as much wrestling as they can. So that's cool that you watch a lot of that too. So um, you mentioned that you went to San Antonio for the Royal Rumble. I saw the pictures and everything. Looked like a great old time. So was that your first event that you went to?
No,
Okay.
no.
What was your
I've been
first?
to um, I've been to many Monday Night Raws, a few SmackDowns, but my first premium live event was SummerSlam 2016. So
Okay,
Rumble was my second.
awesome, awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, you went to the only one that I haven't gone to. I've been to a WrestleMania, I've been to SummerSlam, and I've been to a Survivor Series, but I've never been to a Royal Rumble yet. I'm hoping that happens very soon.
We got
But
to plan for next year. I plan on going next year.
or California?
Is it going to be in California?
You know,
I have no
oh,
idea.
no. I'm thinking about this one. This one's in California. Oh, next year? Oh, that's gonna be a
Hmm.
breeze. Hey, yo, Rob, what you think, man? Ringside Society, we stomp the Philadelphia grounds and represent or what?
Oh yeah, Philly only an hour north of me, man. So I'll be there. I'll be there
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
I'm going to WrestleMania too.
It's only two
I'm
hours
trying
away
to
from
go
me.
to Rumble and Mania next year.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
the goal.
Yeah. It's gonna be a breeze. It's gonna be a breeze, and I'm definitely looking forward. God willingly, I'm definitely looking forward to heading out there and checking out WrestleMania and meeting people and the Philadelphia scene and so on.
Hmm.
Yeah, so tell us, man. So you went to Royal Rumble. How was it for you? What was like your what was was that your first time in Texas?
Yes, outside of an import. Yes,
Okay, so I take it you went to the Riverwalk.
I have.
Yeah, I was stationed down there for a few months, so I know like certain places, and I had a little Whataburger I'd go to. Um, like almost every Saturday or Friday whenever I leave the club and so on. So,
Hmm.
what was that experience like? Like go getting to check out a new city and the Royal Rumble and everything.
So San Antonio, I thought it was cute. It was cute. The Riverwalk was pretty calm. I did the boat tour. I went with it was me, my cousin, and my friend from Colorado who all went to Royal Rumble together. It was calm. I was so excited that I did not get any sleep the night before. So I was running on zero sleep. It was just like, let's take shots, let's go see what San Antonio is about. Um, yeah, it was nice for what it was. I didn't hate it, but it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, San An. I have several memories in San An. Met like two great friends down there, and a lot of food in that Riverwalk. I had my favorite. I had my own Japanese spot I used to go to down there. I had a place for Mexican food. I'd go there if I wanted to be, you know, if I wanted to be a big eater. There's like a Fogo de Chao that's not too far from there. Yeah, definitely. I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely. Look forward to going there again. Um, so the Royal Rumble, man. So what was it like? Like, how was the atmosphere there? Like when the countdown would happen and you'd hear, the 10 count go down, and then you're looking at the number and like, wow, okay, who's gonna come out next? And then you see um either somebody like let's say that is going back running out there for revenge, or you see somebody's tag team partner come out there, or like
Hmm.
what was that atmosphere like for you?
For me, um, I always enjoy myself when I go to shows, regardless of who I'm with, no matter what. I always make sure I have fun. You know what I mean? But the atmosphere was really cool. Definitely was more excited to be there in person this time around. And I don't know, with the Royal Rumble, you just never know who's gonna come out after the countdown. And yeah, sorry. Um, it was pretty cool. The crowd was enjoying it. The crowd was irritating me a little bit though. I figured they weren't making enough noise for me. A lot of people complained that the crowd wasn't loud enough, and I agreed. So next time, I hope to get ringside seats so I can show them how it's done as a fan. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, no. Hey, by all means. I mean, I'm just saying, okay, as an all right, y'all fans better watch out ringside. Y'all might see some entertainment there, man. I mean, you never know. Hey, don't get it twisted. Sometimes what may seem like what's unorthodox, for lack of a better term, to a fellow wrestling fan might end up becoming popular. I mean, look at the crying CM Punk guy. I mean, people were like, some people may have clowned him, but I didn't see anybody, but some people were like, wow, that's emotion right there, man. That's cool. And we actually had that same guy on our show. And even lesser popular, we had a guy, our good friend Scooby Doo. Why we call him Scooby? I don't know if you remember back in the earlier years of AEW, even though they're still a pretty new company, but they had a guy wearing a Scooby Doo outfit, and we were like, you know what, we want to talk to that guy. We want to know what his story is.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, come to find out, he is one of three brothers that actually loves wrestling. And we ended up
Three.
having his older brother on the show, and next thing you know, his older brother, ends up becoming a pro wrestler, and now he's the owner of District Championship Wrestling, which is to me one of the hottest promotions in Atlanta. So
Mm-hmm.
you never know.
Yeah.
You
You
never
never
know.
know where I end up, right?
Yeah, next to somebody might see you ringside and like, yo, you know something? Who is that? Wait, that's Takicia Bey. Wait, that's the one that wanted to be a referee. Nah, we gotta pull him in.
Mhm.
Come. We gotta talk. Next thing you know, you got Battle Club Pro. You got Rembrandt. Like, hey, you gotta come referee up
I'm
here,
low
right?
key plugged in. Low key plugged in.
You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah.
So, um, so with that being said, have you gone to any promotions in? Did you get to go to any promotions in Colorado? 'Cause I know they got like Rocky Mountain Pro up there,
I
and
haven't.
okay,
I haven't. I really wanted to the event where there was the little people. Um they had one event out there last year, but by the time I had the funds, well, the tickets were sold out, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, I couldn't go. But
okay,
there's different promotions out here in North Carolina that's close by. There's actually a show in February that I'm looking forward to going and seeing, and hopefully interact with the superstars from that promotion. See if they
okay.
got any training for me so I can start my journey.
Hey, get into it. Like I said, when you do, definitely let us know. We'll have your picture up there with the ringside Saudi logo. I'm like, yeah, this is the Takicia Bay interview right here. Y'all better tune in. New referee. Trust me, we've done that before. We have told people that, all right, oh, you debuted? Okay, come, let's talk. We're gonna talk. Oh, you only had one match? Okay, we're gonna talk about that one match then. Let's make it happen like a captain. Let's go.
Right.
So trust me, we're definitely wishing you all the best. And next thing you know, who knows? You might see on AEW, WWE, and then we'll definitely be like, yo, we had her on this show.
All you
You know,
guys gotta do is reach out to me, and I'll be happy to be back.
yeah, definitely. So I just got two more questions. Before I turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has a couple for you. So my second to last question is: you want to be a referee, but have you ever thought about being a professional wrestler?
I have not. Give me one
Okay.
moment. One moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. So while
No, go
she's
ahead.
so for those of y'all watching or listening, while she's away, just want to let y'all know that we're plugging this hard. CCW, February 4th, Westville, New Jersey. For all my New Yorkers, all you gotta do is take a bus from New York to Philly, and then take a bus from there, Philly to Westville, and you'll be at CCW. We'll touch more on that. Hey, she's back.
My apologies. My son is like interrupting me. Like,
It's okay. Trust me.
Yeah, so I
We-
don't want to become a professional wrestler. Um, I I don't. But
okay.
if I happen to become one, after my little rough experience, then cool. I don't plan on it.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Hey, you never know. Life is could be unpredictable sometimes.
Exactly. We'll
Um,
see.
earlier in our show, Rob, I'm pretty sure you remember this. Your memory's better than mine. Was it we had a trainer from SPW over in Sacramento. He said there was a guy that entered the business and he wanted to become a referee. That guy would end up becoming Timothy Thatcher.
Oh.
Mhm. He ended up getting
Hmm.
signed to WWE. And yeah, he had intentions of becoming a referee, and they were like, "Nah, man, you got to become a wrestler, man. You're that damn good." So
I
yeah,
mean, if that's what the universe has in store for me, then it is what it is.
yeah. So my last question is, um, aside from WWE, what other promotions are you looking to check out in the near future? Hopefully,
AEW. Like I don't. It's hard for me to get into Impact in New Japan, but I haven't tried recently, so I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna tune into that and see how I feel about it. But AEW, I like AEW because I don't know. It's a little. I don't want to say it's more raw than WWE, but I don't know. They just do their own thing. You know what I mean? And sure, it's not the usual. You know, I don't want to say standard, but mm, it's just a little different from WWE, and that's what I like about it. They
okay,
don't. They just do their own thing, and I really appreciate that.
okay. By the way, you might not want to say more raw than WB because you might give Vince a stroke, and
He will be
he might
okay.
do something crazy like decide to come back and run creative, which and he's already back. But it's just
I don't know. It's just
yeah,
like I said, they're different.
yeah. So
They're- So I wouldn't mind going like being in either promotion personally.
yeah, but that's good. But yeah, definitely AEW. I've been to one of their shows before. You'll definitely enjoy yourself. Um, hopefully I haven't gone to a pay per view, but hopefully I get to go to one real soon. But I went to a
Oh, I
Dynamite. It was
think he
pretty fun.
froze. Yep.
Um, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has a couple of questions for you. So Rob, go ahead and ask me your questions.
Yeah,
Uh-oh. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I think he might went out. I went out for a second too. But I'm back.
it happens.
Oh no, we're live. We're live. It happens. Oh, you back, Remy? No, if not, I got some things to ask. You know what I mean? I'll keep it going. All right. So you're over there at the Rumble and stuff. It looked like it was jam packed and stuff. It was pretty cool, like pretty cool scene. But you said the crowd, they weren't whatever. But when Sammy turned on Roman though, was that pop really that loud?
It
Because like I'm
was.
watching, because I was watching on Peacock or whatever, and it was like messing with the audio. I was like, woo! I was like, I
It
didn't know if
was.
they pumped that in or if it was that loud. Like yeah, like
No, it was that loud. Everyone was. Well, I can't say everyone, but
yeah.
majority of the people there seemed like they wanted that to happen, and so when it
Mhm.
finally did, everyone was just so stoked about it. So yeah, it was really
That's
that
pretty
loud.
cool. So were you excited to see Sammy do that? Were you like, okay, here we go?
I was. I was very excited. Um, I love me, Sami Zayn. Sami
Hmm.
Zayn is dope. Um, and I don't. I like Roman. Okay,
Hmm.
I like him. I'm happy for him. His his progress and his success as a heel, but I'm team Sammy, KO, I'm team whoever it's
Hmm.
facing Rowan, okay? But
Hmm.
I think it was time after everything he's been through and with the bloodline questioning his like loyalty and everything like that. I mean, I figured eventually he would get fed up with it and turn.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm eager to see where the storyline goes. So you can create many from what happened post the match. So
Yeah, because they also had, Jey Uso, he was all like, oh man, what happened? He left. And I think it was on Instagram or whatever. He was like, I'm good, come on, Roman, let's run it back. So I'm like, all right, they're going full circle with this. Okay, here we go. This is some long-term storytelling. I like this.
yeah, for sure.
It's like when I was a young kid, my mom, she didn't watch soap operas. She watched her stories. You know what I mean? This is
That's
like
what I
this is
call
a story.
wrestling.
Yeah, this is her stories. They
That's
come with them
about
long
it.
term things. You know what I mean? Like, oh yes, that's that callback. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I say when anybody asks me, "Oh, what you doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching my stories. My stories is on."
yeah, 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 yeah. My stories are on. Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Exactly, exactly. But I'm really, as I said, excited to see how this all plays out because there's many ways for this can play out.
So, do you think Sammy's gonna battle for one of the championships at what's the next Elimination Chamber? That's the next one.
Yes. Um, Great question. I I'm not sure.
Or
We'll
do you think
see.
like
Like anything can happen.
Or
That's
do you think they'll keep bringing it along and then have Roman pull double duty on WrestleMania? Like night one, he's got to defend against like Sammy or something, and night two, he's got to defend the other championship against Cody. And
Cody.
maybe he loses both of them. That's the bloodline that comes crashing down on the biggest stage of them all. It's like, oh man,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, and then oh yeah,
I think they should definitely well, I think he should lose one. He should lose one. Both of them would be too crucial for him, to keep this character strong. I think one should be enough, and
yeah.
then have someone like Gunther take the other run next year or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, how
yeah,
about
that's what.
Gunther in that Rumble? Like from
Oh
number
man,
one to all the way to the end. Like, oh, see, I
that
like
was
I,
the
I go to
end.
training and we do little battle royals. They're like 5, 10 minutes, and I'm in there like I'll get eliminated. I'm like, I'm sucking wind hard, But then I'm like, it's all them days for all them years, sleeping all day and partying all night. So, but
Right.
they
He
actually work out. I don't.
he definitely like impressed me with that one. First, first and foremost, the men's rumble was stacked, and how they started off, Gunther and Sheamus. Gunther number one, Sheamus number two. I'm like, come on,
Hmm.
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I paid for.
Hmm.
You know, I was so excited when Bobby eliminated Brock because I felt
Oh
like
yeah.
Bobby been getting his ass whooped for the last like 2 3 weeks. So it's like redemption. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty stacked. It was pretty stacked. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
kind of wish there were more surprises, but um, you know, that's something minor. It didn't take away from the premium live event, in my opinion. So I'm not too like upset about that. At least I
Now, how
got to
big
see
was
the Spinner Rooney in person.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, I'd love to see the Spinner Rooney. That's awesome. I think I got to see him one time. He came to Delaware. Like he wrestled Kurt Angle, and I think he did it there. I was like Spinner Rooney. There we go.
yeah.
Man,
So I
forget
gotta
that. I
ask.
want to see. I want to
Oh
see
no, go ahead.
Stevie Ray. I want to see Stevie Ray do a spinneroonie, man. Forget Booker. I
Mhm.
want to see him do that.
Can he? That's the question.
That would be funny. Him drop down. He's just like, he's like, all right, here we go. Now, from being there, I mean, how I got asked how big was almost, I mean, I know from where you're sitting, I mean, but you can probably tell, like, man, that dude is huge, I mean,
That
like,
dude is
is he that?
huge.
Yeah, whew,
I
he
seen
even
him.
looks huge on TV. It's like, wow.
there was main event that happened the day after my birthday last year, and he was there. I'm like, man, this guy is so tall. Like, why are you that big? But he's huge. He's very huge.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was kind of hoping he like him, go on like a rampage in the Rumble. You know what I mean? Have like a cane moment where he's just throwing people out. You know what I mean? Just left and right. Like, oh yeah, Oman. Oh yeah, who's gonna throw him out? You gotta have everybody jump him or whatever.
Right.
But then
When it
Braun
comes
comes
to
out. It's like okay.
when it comes to taller people or taller superstars, yeah, they may be able to like throw people, the smaller guys out
Mhm.
easier. But once they get out, they're both of their feet hit the ground. So
Mhm.
that, it gives them a disadvantage, their height.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool. Now, what about that Logan Paul Ricochet spot? Where they jumped up and all. Would you say that was
actually,
that pretty cool? Did you get to see it?
I did not get to see it. I think I was
Oh
in the
man.
in my phone
Okay.
posting on my Insta story, and
Mhm.
all I hear is the crowd cheering and stuff. I'm like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, dang, I can't even record it. But I rewatched Rumble today, and it looked a little, painful,
Mhm.
but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Now,
I'm
how'd you feel
sorry.
about the women's rumble? I like that one too. I thought that
That
was
one
good.
was dope. That one was dope. Oscar. That's all I gotta say.
Woo. Yeah.
Oscar. That pop for Oscar was crazy. And the surprise for Nia Jack, I was so confused. I was
Oh
confused.
yeah.
I'm like, what? And a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
was
It was
like,
like
but
that
did
on
she?
yeah, it was on TV. Like she jumped the gun or something, or they did. They played her music and then they started going
For the
eight,
countdown.
seven. So I was like, what? Like okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that threw me off guard. But some people on Twitter was like, but didn't she talk shit about the locker room? And I was like, yeah, and she kept that same energy though when she got in that
Mhm.
ring. But then
Mhm.
they jumped her ass and kicked her out. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. I like the women's
Rumble was
rumble.
pretty cool. I
Yeah, I
enjoyed
like to have it. Yeah, they had one and two last the whole time. You know what I mean?
it.
That usually that never happens. Hardly ever. I mean, it's like, all right.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so
Plus
happy for
Oscar.
Liv. Liv did her thing out there.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I was happy to see that too. And then yeah, Oscar. Her coming back. So, I got to see some mist. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's always good. Oscar spitting some
hmm
mist in the face. Yeah, I love that. Oh man.
It was.
So what do you?
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it was a good premium live event.
That's cool.
I think I got my
So
money worth.
So you're talking about, going into reffing and stuff, maybe trying it out or whatever and all. Now I
hmm
got to say, reffing, you got, be good at yelling at people, tell them what to do and stuff. And I was like, you already said, you have a son or whatever, and I was like, oh,
hmm
all you gotta do is use your mom voice. Yeah, use your mom voice. You know what I mean? Go out there, "Ah, what are you doing? Get over here," because
yeah.
like you're talking to us, chill. Da, da, da. Now imagine like your son grabs a marker and starts trying to draw on the wall. You're like, ah, you get that
Yup.
mom voice out there. Yeah, so that's what they told me. They're like, yeah, you get that dad voice out there. Like, hey, cut the crap. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
right.
yeah, stuff like that. You got to do stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, yeah, your mom, you good to go. You should be good.
Definitely. I don't like my yelling voice, but it's just something I'm gonna have to do. So I have to get used to it.
Yeah, and as long as you can count to three, 5, and 10, you should be okay.
Right?
Yeah. Plus, I got my fingers. You know what I mean? I can count 10 with my fingers. You know? Yeah.
I don't know. Being a ref seems fun. Like you
Mhm.
said, you get to tell people what to do. I personally can't wait to kick someone from ringside. Like just send them to the back. Like
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Plus, when you're reffing, it's so fun. You get to see the matchups, and you're like, it's not like front row. You're right there.
Exactly. So I can only
Oh man, you feel
imagine.
every hit, every slam. You're just like,
I can only imagine, like, being a part of the match. Like, of course, you're not wrestling, but you still have to
mhm,
coordinate
mhm.
certain things. And it's just like, I could only imagine how it is internally, like you getting lost into the match, but you got to remember you have a job to do. I think that would be my little downfall, but I think I'll be able to be a ref. I'll be practicing my little ref slides and doing my one, two,
Mm-hmm.
three, ring the bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. So
That's right. And you always remember you gotta stay in your zone, you know what I mean? Like say you're looking at the camera right there, that's like hard cam. You never turn your back to hard cam. You never want to be like this. You never want to be like that. You always want to, be on the
angle.
side and whatever, Yeah, So yeah, yeah, go in there, you know what I mean? Yeah, use your mind boys, you know what I mean? Count know how to count, over there you should be fine, you know what I mean? Do your thing, They'll train you, you might have to run the ropes and all, because that's what I learned. They taught me, I had to take bumps, run the ropes, do all
That
rolls and all
seems
that good
fun.
stuff.
I don't have a
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
with it. It
yeah,
seems
yeah.
so fun.
I had to do that. Yeah, but I was like, I'm in my 40s now, so I don't have to, like get beat up all the time. I'm just rapping, let the young guys, and train and do that. They're like half my age, so I'm like, yeah, they can go do that.
Right.
That's right. So before I, pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say, thank you very much, for coming on the show, chatting with us about wrestling and all, and your experience in Royal Rumble. I know it seemed fun, when I was doing research, I was like, man, it looks so fun being there. I was jealous. I wish I could be there, but maybe I'll get to a Rumble another day. But
Right.
yeah, I wish you, your family, and all, nothing but the positive things that happen in life, and I hope you get to, try and ref sometime, and it's totally awesome. I highly recommend it, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I hope you have an awesome day and all that good stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Likewise. Much success to you.
Takesha, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to appear on our show and shoot the breeze about wrestling and so on. This is one of our segments that we like to that we also enjoy. I mean, we enjoy all our segments, all of our segments. So we actually enjoy meeting fellow wrestling fans. And me, so I always have that vision of like the two Spider-Men when they look at each other. That's how I'm with a wrestling fan. I'm like, you're a wrestling fan? You're a wrestling fan. Bro, you're
It's
cool,
hard to
man. Let's
come.
talk about
It's hard
wrestling. Put
to
your
come
belts
by
back.
for sure. Especially like black women. As a black woman, it's hard to meet other black women who enjoys wrestling. So
Oh, I could introduce you to a few of those wrestling girls. They're big part. They want
I'm
to. I
following them. I'm following them. Yeah.
got WWW Talk Pod, which is actually ran by my fellow Guyanese sister.
Oh, you Guyanese? I'm Guyanese. Well, my dad. Yeah, I'm Guyanese too.
Okay, all right, there you go. GT in the house. We definitely got to have you back on the show then, man.
For
But
sure.
yeah, I don't meet a lot of Guyanese. I've had like you're like the third or fourth Guyanese I've had on. Actually, Brian F Pro. He's on Twitter. He's a great graphic artist. He's
Hmm.
Guyanese. Um, I forgot what her name is. Trinidad. I know her last name is Trinidad or Thea,
Hmm.
but she runs WW Talk Pod. She and I are like the only two Guyanese that have that, to my knowledge, that run a content media platform. And then of course there's yeah, of course for black. Yeah, we got Queen J, our other friend. She's actually in South Carolina. Who apparently she said apparently we inspired her to start a podcast. So I'm like, shout out to her. Yeah, there's a lot of black women. You just gotta look around.
Yeah, of
There's
course. That's the whole purpose of me making a Twitter because I wanted to become more involved in the community. Um, so I was just like, F it, and then uh, I don't have many followers,
tell you
so
what we'll do for you.
but I'm fine though. I'm gonna get there. I try my best to interact with whoever I'm following and whatnot. You
I'm gonna
know.
hit up our tech guy Steve, and we're gonna let Steve tell Steve, yeah, you got a sister here that wants to meet some other sisters in pro wrestling that are wrestling fans, and we gonna make it happen. We gonna like, ladies, we meet Takicia Bey. She's a sister, loves wrestling. Show us some love and whatnot. We're gonna do that job. We
Sounds
don't
good.
normally do that, because we normally we show
I
love.
appreciate it
It's
though. I
on Friday,
appreciate
but
it.
you're a special case. We gonna make that happen, ASAP. But I just gotta say, once again, thank you
Of
for
course.
appearing on our show. Great to meet a fellow Guyanese as well. Hopefully when you and your husband come up here, we gotta go out for lunch and get some Korean roti. And I don't know if he's
Korean
Guyanese too. If he
roti.
isn't, if your husband's Guyanese, if your husband isn't Guyanese, he's gonna be in for a shock with the food up
For
here.
sure.
Um, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it.
No
It's people like you
problem.
that actually make us, um, that actually not make us, but actually give us the inspiration to keep on doing what we're doing, because there's so many great fans out there that we feel deserve the spotlight. So, thank you very much. And with that being said, we're not going to hold you up anymore because we know you got things to do. But before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling? And also, when they want to find out when your next appearance is, when you become a referee, man, and where can bookers? I'm gonna speak it into existence. And where can bookers and promoters find you? Whenever you become a referee, and they want to book you for their shows.
Well, my Twitter is at @nonchalant_neek. And on Instagram is Takicia period Bay. So it's TAKICIA period BEY. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm camera shy. I don't do well with public speaking, but I'm here and I enjoyed my time talking with you guys.
You'll be fine. Come on, you got me on here. Come on, you'll be fine. I'm shy. Nah, but yes. So y'all definitely make sure y'all follow this incredible young woman. And bookers and promoters, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, watch out, because when she starts donning those black and white stripes, you're definitely gonna want to have her on your show as well too. And she's got,
Definitely.
it's gonna be a good time. So definitely get her on the show. Lord Venom, I want to thank you as well too. I don't know who you are, but if you're a wrestling fan as well, we
Hey,
definitely like to have
Chris.
you on and
That's my
speak
best
some
friend.
wrestling and so on. So definitely hit us up. We'd be glad to have you on as well too. Don't feel left out, bro. We definitely want to talk to all the wrestling fans as well. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My stomach is rumbling. My eyelids are heavy. That means it's time for dinner, or I guess you can call it lunch still, and a nap. Maybe not in that order, but before I partake in those activities, Rob Bass, the Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, the Tommy to my Ghost, and the Sean Spencer to my Burton Guster. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out what your next experiences, purchase Rob Base merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Or you can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Rob_base82, and then Facebook Rob Base. My next show, I think I'm off February. My next show I'll be repping at is March 11th, 1CW, CCW. We don't know many of the matchups going on right yet. It's a little too far out, so just check on in. I mean, we'll let you know matchups then. But yeah, on the 4th, this Saturday or whatever, I might be up in Jersey. You know what I mean? Trying to check out CCW. Supporting the team. So I might be there checking it out. So definitely keep an eye out.
Yeah, so for those of y'all in Westville, New Jersey, surrounding areas, for those of y'all in New York, check out Capital Championship Wrestling, CCW. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say it like I play it. It's also a black-owned promotion, one of the few all women's promotions that are owned by a brother. So definitely check it out as well. Not just for the culture, but for the wrestling culture as well. Check it out. You got a lot of great, women that are gonna be on that card. You got Trisha Dora. You got a woman that's all coming all the way from Australia, Asia, the first class battle axe. She's gonna be there. You got the Renegade twins who've been killing it for the last year, and you got several other people. You got pretty much Vita Von Star. You got Brittany Blake who's gonna be on there too. So definitely check it out, and I guarantee you will not be bored. And with that being said, if you want to find me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool stuff, but who knows, maybe you'll be surprised. You can find me on Twitter at the Remy Blue, and also on Instagram under the alias Remy at the Remy Blue as well. I'm also on Facebook as Remy Blue as well. Just type it in, and you'll see me. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019, Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. Just type in Ringside Society and you'll see us. We're on Spotify. We're also on Teespring as well too, where we have official Ringside Society merchandise. We have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we have long sleeve shirts, we have hoodies. We also have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. And also, we have several designs too. We have, Valentine's Day is coming up. We have the Valentine's Day um, Ringside Society apparel. We have the Mardi Gras that we just dropped, the Mardi Gras Ringside Society apparel. And we also have the Stripe Lives Matter, which is actually dedicated to the referees. No referees have been harmed, but just giving them some love, saying, hey, referees matter too. So definitely check that out. All proceeds from those sales go back into keeping our show afloat. They do not go back into our pockets. And last but not least, we also have a YouTube channel where we have where we have great interviews like this one. We recently had the Brothers Gray on, which was last night, and we've had people like Katie Hebner, who is another who is the daughter of legendary referee Earl Hebner, and new Texas Pro owner Kiefer Bartek. So many great men and women we've had on our show. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society, and once you see that really gorgeous dark blue and light blue yin yang sound, the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. Thank you very much, Lord Venom. Please hit us up. We're actually awaiting your DM to make your 50 minutes of fandom episode happen. So don't be shy. To those y'all that are gonna listen later on when we get a chance, thank you very much in advance. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away and take our merch with us. Well, like myself at a Golden Corral and Rob Bass at Taco Bell on Tuesday, which is today, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
We ain't stopping. With that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we're very well and aware. We see it. Everybody and their grandparents and the parents of a podcast. Well, we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. So with that being said, hey yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for my Guyanese sister and our fellow wrestling fan who's gonna kick butt as a referee when she gets that training done. Takicia Bey.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're
Indeed,
the
we
Wrestling
are.
Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back next week or maybe later on this week with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just want y'all to do 4 favors for us. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See
Bye.
y'all. Good night.